to make a video on multiplying exponents. And multiplying exponents would be this rule right here. So I'm going to change the color of that to red. All right, so what this is saying here is anytime that you have two bases, which we talked about what bases are in a previous video. So when both of these are the same, so the bases are the same, then you can take the two exponents, and even though this is being multiplied, when you're working this out, you add the exponents, okay? And so that's the basic rule we're going to be working on today, is that whenever you're multiplying and you have two bases that are the same, that we can add the exponents together. So you don't multiply them, even though it says to multiply. And I'll tell you a little story here in a second. But I've got my daughter, who's 6 years old, Lauren, with me today. And I'm going to see if I can't teach her how to do this right here, because she's really good at adding. All right. So let's go take a look at a problem. Okay, so this is what a problem would look like. And we can see that we're multiplying here. And so notice that this has more than just the exponents here. Okay, this also has what we call coefficients. Now, the way that I remembered this when I was a kid, I don't use the proper terminology. Okay, so this is called a coefficient and this is called an exponent. But when I was a kid, the way I remembered this was big numbers, because you can see these numbers are big, and little numbers. And so, because you can see the exponents are little. Now, the way that I always remembered this was that in our house, the little kids don't get to do what the big kids do. Is that right, Lauren? Do the little kids get to do what the big kids do? Do you get to drive a car like Madison? No, you don't get to drive a car. So whenever we're looking at this and we see that this is multiplying, well, the big kids actually get to multiply, but the little kids don't get to multiply. They have to add. And so we're going to see if Lauren can do some of the adding. Now, I don't know if Lauren can multiply because she's only 6 years old. Can you multiply?
I have no idea.
You have no idea. Okay, well, let's find out. So our rule is that we would multiply the big numbers, because that says to multiply. So, Lauren, do you know what 4 times 3 is? I'll take that as a no. And so if you don't know what 4 times 3 is, you can feel free to put this into your calculator. And so 4 times 3 would be 12. Okay, so we multiply the big numbers, okay, our coefficients. But then we're going to add the small numbers. And this is where Lauren gets really good, because she can add. And so first off, they have to have the same letter in order to add. So right here, this is the only x we have. And the exponent right here says that we have 2 x's. Do you see any other x's in this problem here, Lauren?
No.
No, I don't see any either. So we're just going to take these 2 x's and we're going to write them right there. So we didn't get to do anything with the x's. But I see y's here. We got 3 y's here. And I see y's right there. I got 2 y's right here. So we can add these. So what is 2 plus 3?
5.
5. Very good. So we got y to the 5. And of course we're going to keep that a little number, and that's our answer right there. So that wasn't all that bad. Yes.
Why is there right? Why is there the y and
Why is there a y there?
Yeah.
In math? Well, as you get older, teachers get really mean and make math really hard, and they start putting letters in it. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, let's keep going. All right, so here we're going to take a look at number 2. Now notice we're still multiplying here. Okay, so those dots mean we're multiplying. So I always like to look for the big numbers first. And so there's no big numbers here, but I got a big number here and a big number there. And so the rule is that if it says to multiply, the big numbers get to multiply, just like they always have. So, Lauren, do you know what 4 times 2 is?
That's 8.
Oh, very good.
I know what was the like little number.
Okay.
5 by
All right. So let's say you did good. All right. So now we're going to do some adding. And so we got to find all of the letters that are the same. Now, right here, this letter is kind of weird. This 3 goes with the N. But this M, that 3 doesn't go with the M. So we got to figure out what number goes right here. So if you don't see a number, there's a 1 right there. Even though we don't see it, there's a 1. Okay? All right. So now we're going to add up all the M's. So I have 1 M here. Okay, are you ready to do some adding? So what's 1 plus? I got 4 M's right there. What's 1 plus 4?
5.
5, very good. But then I got 3 more. So what's 5 plus 3?
5, 4,
Uh-oh.
8.
8, very good. So that means that we have 8 M's. And then let's take a look at this real quick. All right, what about N? So this is an N. We got 3 N's plus, we got 2 more N's there. What's 3 plus 2?
3 plus 2 is 5.
5 N's, very good. So we got all of that right there, and that's our answer. See, that's not so bad, is it?
No.
No. Okay. Uh-oh. Now we got to multiply some bigger numbers. So my big numbers are 3 times 4. Do you remember 3 times 4? No.
I think so.
What do you think it is? Okay, that's enough.
There's 12.
12, very good. Did you look up here? Or did you remember it? Yeah, you looked up here. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I forgot. I forgot what it was called.
That's okay. All right, so we got 12 here. Very good. That was the right answer. All right, so now we got to count up all of our little numbers. So we got 3 X's here, and then we have 1 X right there. So we're going to go 3 plus 1. What's 3 plus 1?
3 plus 1 is 4.
Is 4. So we got X to the 4. And then this is the only Y I have right here. Do you see any other Y's?
No.
No, I don't either. And so we just bring over this 3 Y's because there's no other Y's to add it to, and that's our answer. All right. Oh, you might be able to do this one. Oh, bless you. So let's see here. So we're still multiplying, so we got 2 times 3. Ooh, do you know 2 times 3?
5, I think.
No, it's not 5. That's adding, silly.
Okay.
Do you remember it? Nope. Okay, 2 times 3 would be 6. So, and once again, if you struggle, then you can put that in a calculator and do that.
I already knew that. I forgot.
You forgot it.
I forgot how they just switch.
Oh, that's right.
I knew.
All right. So in a previous video, we had talked about the 0 exponent. And anytime you have something with a 0 exponent, it becomes 1. And because 1 multiplied by anything is itself, we just get rid of it. So we're getting rid of this X right here. All right. So now, let's see how many X's we have. Well, we have 1 X right here. Do we have any other X's? Nope, because I marked that X off. So that's all we got right there. So we're going to put X to the 1 right there. And then we have 3 Y's here plus 3 Y's here. So remember that the little numbers, they don't get to multiply. The little numbers are going to add. So what's 3 plus 3, Lauren? Oh, don't use your fingers.
5.
That's not 5. It's okay. All right. So that means we got 6 Y's right there. And that's going to be our answer. And so in the end, the important thing to understand is that when you are multiplying, that we add the exponents. And like I said, I've always created this little story ever since I was in high school myself, where the little kids don't get to do what the big kids do. And so The big kids are going to do what it says to do. The big kids are going to multiply, but the little kids, they're going to add. And so if that little story helps you, then maybe you can make multiplying exponents a little bit easier. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. Lauren, I appreciate your help. And say goodbye.
Bye-bye.